There are many cities around the world that stand out for their culinary culture. Some are very well known, while others are more like hidden gems. It's time to zoom in on a city from that second category, Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah is one of the oldest cities in the US, and it is known to be kind of haunted. And it gives you the little vibe of it being haunted, not only for the history on it, but also because the whole city is like filled with Spanish moss, which is that type of plant that gives a little bit of a feeling of a scary film, but also kind of tropical. It's a very interesting city. And you do see a lot of its history in the food and in the food culture.
The Spanish moss certainly makes the city more beautiful, despite its somewhat eerie vibe. But of course, that's not why Savannah's emerging as a culinary hotspot. The city is on the rise on multiple fronts, and as it continues to grow, more great eateries are opening their doors.
The city grew a lot since the 70s when there was a university that kind of built up and brought back the downtown area of Savannah that was very forgotten, that is called SCAD. Savannah School of Arts and Design, and what they did was to rebuild the downtown area. And with that, more students came into the city, more people came into the city, more restaurants came into the city, and they do a lot of different activities throughout the year. So Savannah nowadays is actually one of the most interesting tourist destinations in the US. It's like a little bit bigger than New Orleans as a city, but not as busy and touristy as New Orleans, but it does give you that vibe.
And that vibe extends to the food, although there are definitely nuances. New Orleans dishes are a bit spicier and bolder, thanks to Creole and Cajun influences. But both cuisines are unmistakably Southern.
So like fried chicken, that kind of thing, grits, which is, again, very similar to the culinary from New Orleans. But yeah, like you're gonna have a lot of the typical Southern food. It's a lot of fried chicken, corn as well, but definitely the grits, definitely fried chicken. They have this very famous cookies from Savannah, and they are absolutely delicious. They're super small, they melt in your mouth. And if you go to Savannah, it's something that you absolutely have to get.
Another thing that's unique about Savannah's cuisine isn't necessarily what you get on your plate, it's just as much about the atmosphere in which you eat it.
It's so interesting because a lot of its restaurants are in this historical big mansions. Because again, if you're concerned about being haunted or being around ghosts, this might not be a good place for you. But one of the best restaurants there is called St. Bibiana, and it used to be a funeral home. And one of the tables is actually where they used to put the dead person there. So it was so interesting that a lot of people actually go there and ask for the table specifically. And one time I was privileged enough to be there, and it's kind of cool. It's a very cool experience.
A restaurant in an old funeral home is pretty unique, even by Savannah's standards. However, many of the city's eateries are set inside old mansions, which makes dining there a one-of-a-kind experience.
You will be in different areas of a home, so sometimes where you're sitting could be a former bedroom, or you're gonna have the common areas of the house, but that is a very cool experience because I don't think that a lot of cities, their big restaurants would be at what would be a private home. So literally, as you're going to park your car, you're in a neighborhood that the next door thing is not a commercial thing, but somebody's house.
Savannah might not be the first place you'd think of when it comes to foodie cities, but it is indeed a serious culinary hotspot. So if you're looking for a more off-the-beaten-path gastronomic getaway, this might be exactly what you're after.